We will talk about Dasharo team roadmap, where we will show up on what events or what past events we already attended, what talks we had. A little bit about repository status, upstreaming status, and so on. Okay, so how situation look like? We started, as I mentioned during class, Dasharo user group, whole 3M Dep will focus more on organizing our own events and improve those events. So to maximize audience during the Zarhus developers meetup and Dasharo user group, as well as Dasharo developers VPUB. Traveling, we want to minimize cost for traveling, minimize attendance in the external event. We will only try to co-organize. So this is our theme. Maybe some trainings, but that's it. So we are on 12th June with Dasharo user group number 10. Unfortunately, Hardware I/O US was cancelled because there was not enough tickets sold for the training. But yeah, so the supply was not so good as in Europe. But we will see if in October we can sell more tickets. So then we're planning in August Zarhus developers meetup number 2, and then the next Dasharo user group 11 will be in September, and then there will be big event. Hopefully we have 70 seats for the CubesOS Summit. Of course, like not every will be available for the audience because we have to keep something for the sponsors. I will let you know more about this event later. We also decided not to go to Zen Summit to US, despite meeting everyone in AMD headquarters was something very attractive, but overall we thought that this is too much cost for on one side. On other side, we will probably like to focus more on delivering you some AMD based hardware with Dasharo and maybe Zarhus BMC instead of investing in showcasing. We will first try to develop something which you will like, and then maybe go to other conference to announce that. Yeah, so let's go. So you already can get the videos from Zarhus developers meetup and Dasharo user group number 9. So yeah, the playlists are available on our YouTube, on 3M Dep YouTube. So you can go there. You can also go to the CFP sites where we were able to build in the videos into Pretalks, so you have access to the slides and the videos there. Okay, so then the biggest event this year for us will definitely be CubesOS Summit 2025. It would be September 26, 28. So it is classical Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There is open CFP already. There is website for the event. Of course, organizers like our logistics organizers are Invisible Things Lab and 3M Dep. We call for sponsors. If you would like to sponsor this event, please go to the prospectus. The prospect is also linked on the event page. So take a look at it. There are some packages for sponsors, and it would be great also if you have employee or you can recommend someone. Please just send them this information. This is of course a great event to support whole community of CubesOS, to support development and evolution of CubesOS, as well as learn more about those nitty-gritty technical details of hardware security and OS security. Event will have tickets which will be paid. There are 3 kind of tiers, we can say, or maybe not tiers. These are like just time-based rising the prices. So early bird is until end of June. It is 50 euro. Then July, August is 100 euro, and then if someone is very late, then it would be 200 euro. So if you need invoice, please contact us. Otherwise, you can go to the website and just grab your ticket. Of course, event is in Berlin. Yeah, so feel free to go to the website and buy the ticket. So how things look like in the Q4 and Q1 of 2026 regarding the planning of the events. We plan to go to Hardware.io Netherlands. We will see if this will be better than US. Zarhus Developers Meetup will be at the beginning of the November. Hardware.io is closer to the end of November. Then in December, we plan Dasharo Group 12. There is also Linux Plumbers in Tokyo. Like we don't know if we will be there. Definitely we're planning the system boot and security micro conference, but I don't know if I will be there with Daniel Keeper or just will be alone. It is a matter of negotiation right now, and of course we have to apply and get the approval from the LPC for this micro conference. There is also plan for doing FOSDEM 26, of course, as usual, open source firmware dev room, but the call for dev rooms is not yet open, so we're still waiting for that. Okay, I'm still in process of developing the Arch 4221 UEFI secure boot. I know some of you are waiting for that. You still can subscribe to be our first one for getting beta materials. We essentially closed the adding all the materials. The remaining thing is just record the audio and record the video for those slides that are needed. And of course, add the exercise, add the labs, verify the labs, prepare all the binaries. We did this training commercially, so we have most of that, but still we have to add it to the OST2 and then start the beta, which is like every time is delaying because of various other either business things, either other conferences, and that's what's the reality. I hope the next time I will tell you that there is already open beta, or maybe beta is already closed and you can sign up for Arc 4221. Regarding the Dasharo issues repo, number of reported bugs was 20 less than last quarter, so we definitely see some slowdown, but it's from one side it is we can say it is slowed down. From other side, you will see in the further statistics that the energy was shifted in other areas. Hopefully this is silence before storm, and during the vacation period when some of our juniors will get full-time support, so maybe we can push more of the validation. Maybe we can also support developers much better than over last quarter, over this quarter. We will be able to deliver more. We fixed 16 bugs less in last quarter. Yeah. So maybe this is like also bug fixing slowdown, but this is how it looked like. Regarding the this was regarding the comments, not much growth here. It is definitely one of the calmest quarters in Dasharo history. So very little growth in terms of users and very little growth in terms of comments on the Dasharo issues repository. In top contributors, there is no change for quite some time. Of course, those who are on this list still adding to the stake, but the relation does not change much. Okay, regarding the pull requests, on average, tempo of merging changes is around 29 pull requests per quarter. So you can see we are slightly above the average. So you can see here that we merged 31 pull requests, which is a little bit over average. This number is quite big because typically we have much smaller number of open. This is essentially number of OpenNet pull request core boot last quarter is the highest in the history. So we definitely hit the record high in opening new PRs. Our average is 41, and this time we have 62. So yeah, there is activity, maybe not in creating issues and fixing issues, but definitely we open some pull requests, maybe adding features, maybe doing some releases, which maybe not always fix the bugs that you see on the Dasharo issues. Okay, regarding upstreaming, this is also quite good. You can see this period, last 3 months, we added 3,000 lines of code to the upstream, which gives us 54,000 right now. So that's, I guess that's average. Like average is 2,500, but we are slightly above average. And this is how it look like. Of course, we are very far from the record high in 2022, 2023 or 2024. Last year was a little bit bigger. But anyway, like we would like to push more, and we will work on that to not hit those lower quarters. We just would like to upstream every quarter some little bit of Dasharo. We also rebased our code base to Coreboot 2412. Of course, there is already 2503 and there is Planet 2506, but we are a little bit behind because then rebase cost stuff. Then based on rebase, we do the series of releases, and yeah, this is how it look like. I wonder how correct this one is, because I'm just doing git diff short stat, and I wonder if I'm not missing anything. But I believe the problem here with this number is that not all the platforms were rebased to the most recent Dasharo, and that's why we see this small difference. So there always will be some platforms which stay on the older version of Dasharo, because essentially not every customer wants to have the most recent version. And I guess it's up to you a little bit to ask the customers and maybe tell them, okay, these are these new features, or these new bug fixes, or maybe some vulnerabilities were fixed. So you can inquire your customer, or also ping 3mDeb that you would like to see those new stuff for your hardware, for your Dasharo release. Regarding top upstreamers, Michał Kopeć is one more time the leader, and I guess this discrete graphics variant of Meteor Lake H from Nova Custom was the bigger commit. Most of this 3,000 lines of code went here. So yeah, Michał also doing in his free time support for Lenovo ThinkCenter M7000 and M9000. At some point we planned Dasharo release for that, but yeah, it is what it is. It is not that easy to add another release, especially the validation part is expensive. There are a bunch of other changes. Second place is for Christian, third place is for Michał Żygowski. Those are like a little bit smaller changes, but always important. So as I said last time, our statistics improved, and we are right now working on rebasing to 2503, so to Coreboot 2503, and I guess like maybe it would even improve our statistic more. How you can check where is your code, where on what branch your platform code reside. So we essentially added to docs-dasharo.com, we added this in supported hardware version matrix, and then you have this section of version matrix where you can read about, for your platform, what Coreboot branch you have, what's the base, and then what version of EDK2 and what revision of EDK2 for the payload is supported. This is updated from time to time, so there may be some releases missing here, but it is roughly up to date, and you can roughly see okay, how new my code base is in comparison to what's upstream. I guess if we compare ourselves to the proprietary vendors, we are still way ahead. We're closer to the upstream than they are. But on the other side, I guess like they care more about management engine update, about microcode update, and this is probably something that Michał Kopeć will, like microcode update. Michał Kopeć will talk about how we want to tackle that, how we want to improve that in Dasharo. Regarding other components, regarding rebasing on the newest EDK2 or newest Coreboot, it is partially not our decision, partially it is decision of our customers. But on the other side, for the platform that we maintain, we also have to think about how we allocate budget. So if we want to allocate budget to new release, or we want to allocate budget to develop new features, so the release which we're doing from time to time will be more beefy. So the rule of thumb for releases, for Dasharo releases, is 1 release per year, and that's what we stick with. Hopefully we can improve that over time. Okay, regarding Dasharo EDK2 downstream, so the payload part, so UEFI payload part that we maintain, the activity here is also higher, bigger than the average. On average, tempo of merging changes is 14.4. I guess maybe not. It is not higher. It's slightly lower, because 14.4 is average. 11 is what we have this time. We have quite a lot in backlog. Our backlog keeps growing. And of course, if you can review the code, if you want to support us, if you want speed up this, you can always join the repositories, look at the pull request, you can test it. Of course, if you are brave enough to flash and see what's going on, or you have recovery method, then that's safe enough. Then you can just let us know, okay, this pull request is good to go, and that will definitely help us move faster. Okay. Yeah. Overall 18 pull requests, and average is 21.6. So slightly below the average, but we were more active on the core boot side. The stars, growing, I guess, with like a very similar pace. There is not much difference here. We are very happy. We are not going flat, but on the other side, there is no revolution here, and it's like a slow, steady growth. Regarding community channels, we can look at Matrix. So Matrix was the Dasharo general channel was very calm. Just 1K of messages. It is calm for some time, but I'm very happy that the growth is we're keeping the growth right now. Like this quarter, we gained 28 new users. So we are at 458 users for the Dasharo Matrix space. So thank you very much for joining. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell everyone who may be interested in open source firmware. There is always some discussion either on random channel or support or general channel, which you can tune in and talk with us, request new features, talk about technical problems, talk about your projects. If you want promote something related to firmware, related to hardware, let us know. Regarding the top contributors, it's still staying at the same level. As I said, the users just adding stuff to the stake, but not changing the position because the relation is quite big. So I guess Zirblazer dominated everyone, and I guess like almost it would be very hard to chase him. But who knows? Maybe at some point there will be someone who's so active that can chase Zirblazer, and the discussion and energy will be high enough to compete. But anyway, maybe that's not the most important thing to compete. We decided to start to have some contributors benefits. So first of all the top contributors getting unlimited access to all Dasharo Pro packages, and also up to the 15% discount on the hardware sold by 3MDEP, excluding the drop shipping. So this exclude some Protecti and Nova Custom stuff. But anyway, if you want to climb this, you want something of this, and you are one of the top contributors, feel free to contact us, and we will definitely onboard you with these benefits. Yeah, this is just a graph to show you that we have this steady growth of new users, and maybe a little bit about Dasharo community on Matrix. Random channel just kind of overthrow all the other. The activity on random channel is the biggest one. So if you're really interested what's going on, most likely random channel was even more active than the general channel. That's very interesting. Slightly, but little bit more active. Then support channel is quite active, but support. This is like discussion about problems, and then debugging that and trying to resolve. Then laptops channel get into top 3 most active, except the general channel. So it's not only Dasharo community is not only about general channel. There are also other channels which you could be interested in. There is also validation channel. There is channel that some of you are already now, the VPAP channel. And there's also Trenchboot, which is connected to our space, where recently there was some activity because of the publication of Trenchboot support for UEFI-based platforms. So this is very important announcement. We would like to activate community in area of fixing bugs, but not only. If you can deliver documentation, do tests, whatever it would be in line with Dasharo mission and vision, whatever it would be in line with the Dasharo business and community business, it could be part of the bounty program. So please go to 3mdev.com bug bounty, and also you can go to Dasharo organization on GitHub, to repository Dasharo issues. There you can use label bounty whatever. There are multiple bounty labels, and then you can find some issues. Of course, right now there is not much of them, but we will try to grow this pool, and we would like to support you and essentially do more around building the community for bug fixing, testing, documentation updates. We have more and more work, and we need more hands, and we would be glad to share some part of our revenue with community, with those who want to contribute. And just for those who thinking that this would be great opportunity to earn a lot of money, that's not the case. The rates are purchasing power adjusted for Poland, and this would be probably beneficial for some Polish developers, and maybe some countries which has lower purchasing power and essentially lower or equal purchasing power than Poland. So if you are from Western Europe or US, Canada, most likely those rates would be too low for you, but who knows, maybe you will find something that you can contribute to. We also get rid of various annoying pieces on the website. First of all, we're getting rid of Google Analytics, and we're getting rid of Discuss, which was very recently started to show some advertising and so on. So if you didn't have ad blocker, you could get, like, I don't know, shoe advertisement on 3mdev blog post. So we changed that to our self-hosted Commentario, and now hopefully we'll have better ways to manage and better way to measure how our website perform. So this is how it look like. I really recommend Commentario, very good system. Yeah, it is, by the way, very interesting that some 2021 blog posts about IOMMU performed so well. This one was posted on Reddit, and probably that's why it's still so popular. Okay, I guess this is it for this segment, and I will switch to the next one.